suspenders in Parliament! Oh, I must have got that wrong. He wants to suspend Parliament. Am I doing a good impression of him? I'll scruff my hair up and act the fool. Is that okay? No. Is that a good impression? Do we like that? No. The people of Ruislip like that. South Ruislip and Uxbridge, they voted for him. What an idiot. I mean, you vote for an idiot and you get idiotic policies, don't you? That constituency should be ashamed of themselves. But it has been ever thus. The Tories, throughout history, have trodden down on working class people. They have taken advantage of the masses. They have trampled over the few. The many. They are the few and we are the many. I feel completely inadequate talking to such a huge crowd in this esteemed city of Cambridge, but I'll do my very best. I'm the City Councillor for Petersfield, a Labour councillor, so you might get a little flavour of Corbynism coming through my speech. Okay, now then, let's have a think. We are in the year 2019, okay? It was exactly 200 years ago that we had a famous incident in this country, which was a massacre called the Peterloo Massacre, okay? And what happened in that massacre was people were protesting the right to vote against the Tory government, which was essentially made up of lords and landed gentry. There were 500 MPs in Parliament, and about 200 or 300 of them were elected by privilege, put in position by privilege, and they were trying to quash people and quash their right to vote. At that time, a famous political poem was written by Percy Shelley, and he wrote a poem called The Mask of Anarchy. Now that poem has been enshrined in Labour Party policy because of the words, for against the few and for the many. This has become part of our constitution in the replaced clause 4, and it has become the name of our 2017 manifesto, for the many, not the few. Now, when Shelley wrote that poem, he was describing horsemen and murderers coming through on horseback and attacking the crowd who did not defend themselves. And he encouraged pacifism. He described the mask of a murderer, and he described the mask of fraud, and he named them as people in that government, the government of Lord Liverpool in 1819, that tried to prevent those people's rights to vote and take part in democracy. People in this country have fought for democracy, they have fought for that right to vote, and it's been the Tories throughout history who have tried to thwart that. 200 years later, we are facing the same situation. Boris Johnson is trying to thwart Parliament. He's trying to suppress people, the many. He's trying to suppress them with his elite few, the Etonians, the Bullingdon Club. Those people, the very wealthy, the landed gentry. He's recently assigned his transport portfolio, the Minister for Transport, for somebody in the House of Lords who can't even be held accountable by Parliament. And this is what's happening now in Great Britain in the year 2019, 200 years later. I'm going to leave you now with the words of that famous poem. If you'll just bear with me, I'm going to read it out. Stand ye calm and resolute, like a forest, close and mute, with folded arms and looks which are weapons of unvanquished war. And if then the tyrants dare, let them ride among you there, slash and stab and maim and hew, what they like, that let them do, with folded arms and steady eyes, and little fear and less surprise, Look upon them as they slay, till their rage has died away. Then they will return with shame to the place from which they came. And the blood thus shed will speak in hot blushes on their cheek. Rise like lions after slumber, in unvanquishable number. Shake your chains to earn this due, which in sleep has fallen on you.